Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us for day 2 of Sport Techie's Pro Day Doubleheader on fan engagement presented by AT&T Business. My name is Eric Boehm, Sport Techie's VP of Partnerships, and I have the pleasure of introducing today's workshop presentation, Enabling the Fan of the Future, a case study with Dave McDonald, Director of Strategy from AT&T Business Sports and Entertainment, and Derek Waterhouse, Strategic Account Lead at AT&T Business Sports and Entertainment. Dave, Derek, I know you have a lot to get into, so I'll go ahead and step aside and let you guys take it from here.
Thank you, Eric. And thank you, everyone, for joining our session today. Derek, we're going to talk about venue tech and fan engagement. And I think we're going to start with one of your customers, the San Antonio Spurs, down in San Antonio at the AT&T Center. So, we're going to get into talking about what technologies they've put in. But before we start our discussion, I really want to show this video clip about what happened there and get some words from the customer into this. So give me a second and I will just start up this video clip.
Spurs Sports and Entertainment is an entertainment company. We're an innovative company. We use technology to meet the fans where they're at. It starts from the minute you think of our brand. How do we stay top of mind, a part of your life versus just a moment in time?
The technology really is key for us to interact with this more tech-savvy fan. They're coming here with their phone. They want to be more interactive, be on social. They're going to eat up that bandwidth that we have, right? We installed AT&T Wi-Fi 6 and 5G, and that's really been a game changer for us.
If a fan wants to take and purchase a ticket, they can go out on the Spurs app and they can purchase their ticket. They can scan into the best place to park. They can walk into the arena, can buy things, and not have to touch anything, just use their own device.
AT&T takes the time to see what we're trying to accomplish. And their technology really has helped us think bigger and push that experience of what can we try and deliver.
In the past, the solutions have outpaced the connectivity, but now SS&E don't have to worry, is my network fast enough to be able to support enhanced fan experiences?
There's a power of a shared live experience that can also happen digitally. Our goal is to engage and meet those fans no matter where they are in the world and provide moments and memories that'll last a lifetime.
Thanks for watching. For more videos from AT&T Business, click subscribe.
Okay, Derek, they said a lot of stuff in that video, but, I want to key in on one phrase that you used in the beginning of that, solutions were outpacing technology. What did you mean by that?
Well, I think, Dave, a lot of our sports venues out there, a lot of our customers and partners have been looking for a number of years now to take and actually move forward with solutions that will take and enhance the fan experience. And what we're going through now is to take and be able to make sure they have a platform that they can actually, those solutions can ride on. A 5G, a really reliable, fast, secure platform, and Wi-Fi 6, those types of technologies which allow our partners such as Spurs Sports and Entertainment to make these changes in order to get their fans what they need to, keep them in touch and make it more of a meaningful experience when they come to the AT&T Center in San Antonio.
That's great. So when did they finish this upgrade? I mean, it doesn't happen overnight when you upgrade to 5G and Wi-Fi 6.
Exactly. We actually, the 5G was, I believe, completed in mid 2020. Of course, there wasn't a lot going on at that time for anybody in the world, but we got the 5G implemented, and we were working with Spurs Sports and Entertainment, and they wanted to do something even more. They wanted to take and and have a platform for the future, and so we worked with them. We took and decided on a Wi-Fi 6 platform, and we got that implemented in December of 2020.
Okay. So, Casey and Joe down there, our partners who actually run that organization, they said a couple of phrases like technology is key to being interactive. And, they want to use technology to meet the fans where they're at and to keep the Spurs top of mind. So with this new infrastructure, what type of solutions did they put forward with those goals in mind?
So, really, Casey and Joe and Wynn and the whole team down there really have, ever since I've had this job, has really been concerned about the fan experience, wants the fans to have the very best time when they come out to an event at AT&T Center. So, in putting in AT&T 5G and Wi-Fi 6, we've been able to take and put that platform in so they can do things such as have a full touchless environment, which is very efficient and safe for their fans. And these really create, a seamless communication between the fans and our partners with the Spurs, where everybody's walking around with these small computers, i.e. our mobile devices, and we do all our communications through that now. And being able to take and communicate, have your tickets, being able to take and purchase, purchase soft drinks, purchase beer, jerseys, things like that in the venue, not having to touch anything, makes it very, very engaging for the fan. Along with some of the other solutions of just pure fan engagement type solutions where, such as what we have in some other venues, such as our Pose with the Pros and our Stat Zone. But the key to all that, Dave, is really having that platform to run it on. And I think that's where, the Spurs are out ahead of a lot of our other, customers. They really went ahead and jumped in last year at a very tough and difficult time for the world, and said, we're going to do this now. And, when the fans came back to the arena, they had these great new elements to work with and a very safe and nice time when it comes to the games.
Yeah, thanks for that. It really was something to take on a project like this during the time that sports was actually shut down. But, as they come out of it, as we're coming out of it everything, I think they're ahead of the game by having that foundational infrastructure in there so that they can do the things that they want to do.
Oh, exactly. They're way ahead. They chose to take and do that during that time frame. It was a good time frame to do it. Obviously, there wasn't a lot going on, but they said, we're going to do this because we know that coming out the other end, our fans are going to benefit and our team's going to benefit here at the AT&T Center.
Yeah, that's great. So listen, you mentioned another solution just a second ago, Stat Zone. And I've got another video on that that I'd like to show just to give everybody an idea of what it's all about. And this one actually is showcased up in Chicago at the Chicago Bulls. So let me start that one up, and then we'll have a little discussion afterwards.
AT&T Stat Zone is a new augmented reality experience for fans that brings NBA stats to life like never before.
And as their official 5G innovation partner, we're excited to be launching this with the Chicago Bulls.
$200 assists for the season. That's dope. The animation is super cool. You got the balls kind of bouncing, and it looks so real, like it's actually on the table right here.
Users pull up AT&T Stat Zone inside the Chicago Bulls application. Fans can use the app to see any statistics they want to see in AR and 3D. They can customize it. They can pick which players, which statistics they want to see, block shots, three-pointers. As the shots are being made, 3D animations will be showing where those shots are coming from and updating the play-by-play. And as the game unfolds, different animations show celebration moments, and the users can share those on their social media platforms.
It shows them ramming the opposing team's bus. Yeah, man, this is dope animation, really cool to see. I'm super competitive on and off the court, so swiping through the app, you can track your numbers and see your milestones, and for me, it kind of just makes you want to, achieve more.
I'm a huge fantasy sports buff, and I'd like look at the stats to make sure that I'm picking the best players so I can finally win one of my leagues.
Oh, it's amazing. I will share content through my social media accounts.
Thanks to 5G, fans using AT&T Stat Zone will have faster downloads of data. We'll use intelligent learning to really let them see what they want to see.
Huge milestone, especially for just being my rookie year.
AT&T is a proud sponsor of the Chicago Bulls, and we always appreciate working with partners like them that value innovation and elevating the fan experience. And this is just one way that AT&T 5G is changing the sports landscape. The United Center, home to the Bulls, was our first NBA arena powered by 5G, and we were able to showcase the power of our 5G network at the 2020 NBA All-Star Game, where we had 5G coverage of the AT&T Slam Dunk Contest, giving viewers unique and exciting camera angles.
AT&T Stat Zone is just one of the experiences that AT&T has under development. We will continue to push the boundaries to bring 5G to life and make fans get closer to the action, get closer to the players, and bring these immersive experiences.
Okay, there you are, Derek. I thought you left me for a second there.
Yeah, kind of cutting in and out. Hopefully you can still hear me, Dave.
I can still hear you just fine. So, focusing in at the Chicago Bulls, a couple of statements that come out of their leadership is a player-first culture and building stronger connections between the fans and players, right? So they really want the fan to feel like they know that player inside and out. So let's talk about those concepts and what Stat Zone provides the fan as far as getting closer.
Yeah, and Stat Zone is a capability of which you saw in the video. It's a true what we call a second screen type experience. During the pandemic last year, we talked with a lot of customers that said, fans couldn't be at the arena, unfortunately, but we need some kind of second screen experience in order to take and keep them engaged so that when they're watching the broadcast, they can use another mobile device and they can get information and be more engaged. And so that's kind of where Stat Zone comes from. Like I said, it's a second screen experience. It can be used, anywhere. You really, it's kind of, you have a flat surface, you hold your mobile device up. Right now you get a lot of statistics that basically comes officially from the NBA, a lot of information during the games. Some of the future things that we're looking at there is really, how do we take and, get the fans more interactive with the players. In the future, you're going to be able to take and do things like, Kobe White, who plays with the Bulls. That was one of the people, one of the gentlemen in the video. You're going to be able to take and click on Kobe White. You're going to be able to find things out about him, such as where to go to college, North Carolina. What his, what he's working with from a social standpoint, what his interests are. So, there's just so many things that we can do around this technology that will keep a fan engaged, not just the fans that are at the arena, but also the fans that are sitting at home. And I think, like one of the AT&T customers said in the video, these are things that generate social media hits. These are things that are great for marketing teams. It's great for the venue sales teams, and it's just outstanding for the fans. The application is always optimized for the latest 5G devices. It does work obviously on LTE, other platforms. You can even, we actually did this for the WNBA. It's actually called AT&T 5G Game View, and you could use it during the WNBA playoffs. And fans were really excited about that. So Stat Zone is really something that, is kind of in its infancy. We have a few customers that have it. And it's really all due to the platform, right? I mean, the applications are great, but you have to have that platform, that, fast, reliable, secure platform such as AT&T 5G to take and run that off of. So basically that's what Stat Zone is, and kind of how it plays into not only a player first culture, but also how we keep our players and our fans interactive and get our fans closer to the game.
Yeah, thanks for that, Derek. I want to jump over to one more fan engagement, one that's been around for a couple of years, but still attracts many, many people to it each game. And that's the, Pose with the Pros that we have at the AT&T Stadium down there in Arlington, Texas, home of the Dallas Cowboys. So, could you talk about this platform a little bit and what it does for the fan and the team and connectedness between the two?
Oh, definitely, Dave. So yeah, Pose with the Pros is something that was put into AT&T Stadium back in 2019, early 2019, and was there for the start of the 2019 season. It's an AR platform where fans can take, it's basically defined as an immersive display that allows the fan to digitally jump into a photo with their favorite players. You get to select those players. You get a picture with them. I think you can even do videos now. And then you basically take and you provide an email address or a mobile number, and a link is texted you. And so you have that video or that picture forever. And it was an instant hit. When this first hit back in 2019, after the first game of the season, I got, many texts from some of my other customers saying, what is this? And, give me more information. But it's really been a crowd favorite. AT&T Stadium has huge atriums on each end of the venue. We initially had it in one side of the venue, and it just became so congested with people trying, getting pictures, that we actually put some more of these immersive displays in the other atrium to kind of clean it up a little bit. But, not only is it great for the fans and the players, it's also a good solution for teams and venues from a marketing standpoint. First year that we had this solution set up, it was over 5 million social media hits. I mean, think about that. You have fans that are getting pictures with their favorite players, and they're sending that out to social media saying, hey, I'm at a Cowboys game. And the interesting thing is, Dave, that, I go to all the Cowboys games, and it's really interesting to see someone with the Philadelphia Eagles jersey on, getting a picture with all the Cowboys players. But you see just as many of our competitors getting pictures as you do Cowboys fans, with Pose with the Pros.
Yeah, that just talks to how, how much people like to see that type of technology in the venue. There's a lot of things about technology and fan engagement, and we just spoke about two that are in-venue concepts that we explained. Are these available outside the venue? I mean, what about the fan at home? Can they engage in this type of tech as well?
Well, definitely. So, like I said before, StatZone can be used anywhere. StatZone, like I said, we had it and used it for WNBA. You can go out to the Chicago Bulls app today, and StatZone is out there, and it can be used in the venue or outside the venue. Anywhere you can get the connectivity that you need to do that. Pose with the Pros, we do have a mobile solution for Pose with the Pros. We put the solution into the stadium in 2019. Early 2020 COVID came. And, one of the things that our engineers did is put together and worked with partners to get a mobile solution. So customers can now take and basically go from home, kind of, I guess, another second screen type of solution, and do the same thing as you would at the venue. You would just take and use your mobile device, and you could take and select your players and get the picture of you and your favorite players. You can put it up on social media, print it out, frame it, whatever you want to do. Definitely have a mobile solution for both of these.
Yeah, that's great. So here's a question that I think a lot of people might think of at this point. AT&T describes these as 5G solutions, in-venue 5G solutions, but we just said you can use it at home. I don't have 5G at my house. I'm sure most of the people listening don't have it at their house. So, why do we say these are 5G in-venue solutions?
So 5G, and obviously we have 5G at both of these venues, but, the reason we say these are 5G solutions are because, the StatZone especially is optimized to work with 5G. It'll still work with LTE. But it's really where we have a fast, reliable, secure platform, both in the venue and outside the venue, so that this video-rich content can go both ways. So when you have customers in the venue, you basically take and you have them working with 5G. The device that, or the picture you're looking at now, basically that device, all of these devices at AT&T Stadium run off of 5G, a 5G antenna sitting there at gigabit speed. Outside the venue, the information, and when somebody's doing mobile Pose with the Pros, or they're doing mobile stat zone, obviously they're getting powered by AT&T 5G or some other, another platform such as LTE. But it really is where, that video-rich content, that information that's coming across that, as I go back and say again, that platform that enables this, such as AT&T 5G and Wi-Fi 6, is what gives these fans the ultimate experience.
Okay, we might have just lost Derek there. I think he was about to end his sentence with the ultimate experience for the fan. So it looks like we are right up on time. Matter of fact, we're a little bit over time. So I want to thank everybody for joining. If you did submit a question, we'll look to answer that offline and get back to you. So thanks to Sports Techie and everyone who joined today. Back to you, Eric.
Yeah, thank you, Dave, and thank you, Derek. And make sure to check out the rest of the content on stage at AT&T's Powering and also their expo booth. There's a lot of good information, and they're happy to chat with you. So thank you, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your show, and thank you, Dave.